Greetings, Sequoia Council Scouters. Bob Showalter here. Welcome to the June edition of Roundtable Recap. I hope you're all enjoying a wonderful start to summer and that you're making plans to attend summer camp or some of the many other council activities coming up. Last month, we talked about Scouting Summer of Service, which runs through October. You can learn more about that program by visiting scouting.org/summer of service. That's all one word, summer of service. Also, Scouting's COVID-19 frequently asked questions page has been updated recently, so you should check that out for the latest guidance. The quickest way to find it is to type COVID-19 into the search box on scouting.org. We'll also include a link in the Roundtable Recap email. Well, summer means activities with Scouts, and it's a good time to make sure we are all familiar with our responsibilities as volunteers in the Scouting program by reviewing the Scouter Code of Conduct. And I'd like to briefly review that code with you now. So here we see the scouting.org homepage. And to find the Scouter Code of Conduct, I'm just going to type Code of Conduct in the search box. And then I'm going to select this link, Boy Scouts of America Scouter Code of Conduct. This Code of Conduct was developed in 2015, and it lists 10 items that are responsibilities each of us has as Scouters. And I'd like to just briefly review each of those with you. Number 1 says, I have or will complete my registration with the Boy Scouts of America, answering all questions truthfully and honestly. Number 2 says, I will do my best to live up to the Scout oath and Scout law, obey all laws, and hold others in Scouting accountable to those standards. I will exercise sound judgment and demonstrate good leadership and use the Scouting program for its intended purpose, consistent with the mission of the Boy Scouts of America. Number 3 says, I will make the protection of youth a personal priority. I will complete and remain current with youth protection training requirements. I will be familiar with and follow BSA youth protection policies and guidelines, including mandatory reporting, the Guide to Safe Scouting, and the SAFE system. And it shows the links to each of those so you can learn more about those. Number 4 says, when transporting Scouts, I will obey all laws, comply with youth protection guidelines, and follow safe driving practices. Number 5 says, I will respect and abide by the rules and regulations of the Boy Scouts of America, BSA policies, and BSA provided training, including but not limited to those relating to unauthorized fundraising activities, advocacy on social and political issues, including prohibited use of the BSA uniform and brand, and bullying, hazing, harassment, and unlawful discrimination of any kind. Number 6 says, I will not discuss or engage in any form of sexual conduct while engaged in Scouting activities. I will refer Scouts with questions regarding those topics to talk to their parents or spiritual advisor. Number 7 says, I confirm that I fully disclose and will disclose in the future any of the following: any criminal suspicion, charges, or convictions of a crime or offense involving abuse, violence, sexual misconduct, or any misconduct involving minors or juveniles. Any investigation or court order involving domestic violence, child abuse, or similar matter. Any criminal charges or convictions for offenses involving controlled substances, driving while intoxicated, firearms, or dangerous weapons. Number 8 says, I will not possess or distribute, transport, consume, or use any of the following items prohibited by law or in violation of any Scouting rules, regulations, and policies: alcoholic beverages or controlled substances, including marijuana, concealed or unconcealed firearms, fireworks, or explosives, pornography or materials containing words or images inconsistent with Scouting values. 9 says, if I'm taking a prescription medication with potential of impacting my functioning or judgment, I will not engage in activities that would put Scouts at risk, including driving or operating equipment. And finally, number 10 says, I will take steps to prevent or report any violation of this code of conduct by others in connection with Scouting activities. So again, this is the code of conduct that we all agree to as volunteers. And this is really designed to keep us safe, to keep the kids safe, and to make sure that we're conducting the program according to the rules and the guidelines that Scouting has for us. So I'd like to thank you all for all that you're doing for the youth in our community. And your dedication is really making a positive difference in their lives. And with that, I'll turn it over now to Council Program Director Luke McNeese for this month's program updates.
I'm excited to continue to deliver the outdoor adventures we have in the scouting program. So we have our summertime pack outdoor trips that are coming up in the months of June, July, and August. We got some starting on June 12th. So if you haven't looked at those, I encourage you to visit the Cub Scout section of the camping page on the council website. Our family camps will continue to offer in June, July, and August, $10 a person, $40 a family down at Camp David Crockett. This is a great time to go swimming, shoot BB guns, bow and arrow, maybe take a canoe or kayak out. It's a great opportunity for families to spend some time down at camp. We also have family nights at Camp David Crockett. So new this summer, we are asking families to pre-purchase tickets online for those. The sale of those tickets closes at 2 on Tuesday night, the week of your Scout summer camp. And so that'll happen all 4 weeks we're having summer camp this summer. While you're at summer camp as an adult leader, you can participate in Wilderness First Aid, Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills, and Scoutmaster Leader Specific Training. Or if you just want to come and be a day visitor for those programs, you can check out our Adult Experience page on the camp page on the website. Weeblo's Adventure Camp will happen in July. This is a premier program out of all the programs that didn't happen in 2020 because of COVID. Weeblo's Adventure Camp by far was the most requested program that folks felt like they missed out in 2020. So we're excited to bring that back in 2021. We've got a great program lined up for that, including the preview adventure around modular design featuring the Snapship program. So more on that when you come to Weeblo's Adventure Camp. Don't forget about the Energy Merit Badge University at Southern Gap Outdoor Adventures. That'll be in late July. And right there towards the end of July, we've got our fall membership recruitment kickoff, July 29th at the Scout Service Center at 6:30 p.m. Please RSVP to Brenda Good or Erica Audette Shotwell to make sure that we can scout you in for the Scout Me In campaign. As Bob mentioned, we'll continue our summer of service through October. So any projects that we can do throughout our community for our schools, for any of our chartered organizations, for anybody who needs our help, let's make sure to give them our help. There's a special World Crest ring that you can order for your scouts in your unit through Class B, and it's a great opportunity. And when you do that, make sure to tag your pictures with the hashtag Summer of Service. So for our June roundtable, we had our program planning conference. That was very well received by the Scouts and Scouters that participated in those. And then in July, we're going to do on the first Thursday of July, which I believe is July 1st at 6:30 p.m. We're going to have a Dutch oven potluck at the Scout Service Center. So arrive anytime you want to that afternoon to fire up your Dutch oven, and we'll just be having a Dutch oven potluck that day, and just have some scouting fellowship at the Service Center at 6:30 p.m. on July 1st. We'll see you down on the scouting trail. Thanks, Scouts and Scouters.